Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites. I actually just recorded this 10 minutes ago. The recording shut off in OBS, so now I have to redo it. But you know what? Eating 2 bananas in a day isn't too bad. So let me just talk about what I talked about before to myself as a prep that I didn't know was a prep. Basically, I love thinking. I love thinking because bananas are actually related to thinking quite a bit, and I'll cover that another time. But I love theorizing, hypothesizing, and trying to categorize things that exist in the world in some sort of a concrete way, some sort of applicable way to take action, right? And so one of the things I've been thinking about is the immediate actions that need to be taken right away. These are circumstances in which if you don't take action, it usually ends up worse for you in the long term. Or, on the flip side, the time-insensitive moments where you have the ability to think things through and you have what I would consider a mental battle of sorts that helps you determine the long and short-term effects of any of the decisions you're going to make. And the reason I bring this up, and the reason why I've been thinking about this, is because sometimes it's difficult to know which moment you're in and what kind of action you should take. And as I've been thinking about this, I thought, if I was to categorize them, and I'll admit, this hypothesis, this idea, isn't fully fleshed out, so please let me know what you think. And I understand that there will be flaws in my ideas here. And I've thought about a couple of them. But the immediate moments, the time-sensitive moments, are usually physical in nature. They require some sort of physical action, some reaction, if you would. And the long-term moments are, of course, like I said, the mental battle, something that takes place in the mind more so than the physical body, what you do, right? And to better just conceptualize this, why don't you think about moments where people have had to swerve their car out of the way to avoid a car crash, or people have to play a game like soccer. Okay, soccer is a great example, or any other sport, really. Let's say someone's dribbling down, it's called dribbling, a soccer ball down the field, and they have to immediately go left, or someone in front of them is going to interject and steal the ball from them, and then right after that, they have to go right to avoid something else. This is physical in nature. You take action. You do something about your predicament immediately, and just thinking about it won't necessarily get you the results that you want. On the flip side, the mental battles. And I call them battles because battles take multiple turns. It's not just one thing, right? It's usually multiple different actions rather than just, one spontaneous action that resolves everything. But the mental battles, the insensitive time moments, the time-insensitive moments, that sounded weird the first time. Those are a lot more interesting and complex, usually. But what's nice about them is that there is no need for adrenaline to course through your veins. It is a time of reflection, but also understanding that action will still be needed. Okay? Good examples would be salesmen trying to get you to buy something. Oh, you need to buy it now because if you don't, it'll cost more later on. And they're trying to trick you. They're trying to take away your ability to think, to conceptualize, to fight your own battle. They're trying to get you from the mindset of the long term, the time insensitive moments, to this is very time sensitive, you need to do this now. The reason why is because, again, it is a physical versus a mental battle. And if you have your mental faculties about you, it is far easier to win in the mental warfare that they are trying to engage you with. So, understand that in the long term, the long fights, silence and patience is your biggest advantage. Whereas the physical, it is the immediate, the adrenaline, the quick-wittedness in some cases, but mostly just the ability to act as soon as possible. That is important. And so, why do I bring this up? Why do I even think about this? Because there are a lot of moments in life where it is difficult sometimes to tell if the moment you are in requires the immediate or the long-term action. Because there are a lot of things trying to trick people nowadays, right? A good example of this sort of confusion would be a chess tournament. Okay, chess tournaments, they usually have timers for both players playing. And the goal for both those players is to not only win the game, but to make sure that they commit to their moves quickly enough so that their timer doesn't reach 0. If it reaches 0, they either lose a turn completely or the game. Okay. And so because of this, a lot of people would say that chess in and of itself is just a mental battle, right? You have to think of actions and commit to them quickly. So that would kind of betray the whole physical thing, and that is a good argument for why this sort of hypothesis, this idea, doesn't hold too much water. On the other hand, I would say this. A chess tournament is a great example for why this actually holds water, this holds weight, because there is a time before the tournament where one has time-insensitive battles. They can think about the moves they want to make in the future. They can learn strategies. They can formulate ideas in their head of what to do when a certain scenario pops up. The more they increase their understanding, the more they fight in these mental fights, these battles, the better equipped they will be when they have to commit to immediate or extremely fast actions when they sit down and actually play chess. So, if you were to take one thing from this video, I'd have it be to understand when you are in a time-insensitive moment and a time-sensitive moment, and apply your best judgment in either of those as to whether you need the quick action or need to calm things down. Be patient. Don't jump the gun. Okay? And so, I'm going to do a physical action. I'm going to eat this banana and ask Valve to please add the strangesecondbanana to TF2. Because dang. You know, that's a battle that should have been decided a lot earlier. But you know what? That's alright. It's easy to get confused. I will also say this. Whenever you get out of a situation that requires you to be fast, whether you took too much time with it or whether you did exactly what you're supposed to, make sure to keep that and try to remember it in your mental battles. And your mental battles should be used as prep for the immediate action battles. The reason being that if you know what to do, you've already decided on something, you will know exactly your choice when that situation pops up that requires your immediate action. And that is why I would say is the most applicable part of this. But if you have any ideas on this, or any way to better concisely explain this sort of difference between these two moments in life, I'd like to hear it. Anyways, I'll actually eat the banana now. You know what? Explaining this concept twice, I think I did a better job the first time. But you know what? That's alright. That's alright. It's great banana. Well, with that, pedestrian people, I guess I'll be on my way. You'll be on your way. I hope everyone has a great day. Fantastic day. Dang, that banana was good. You should seriously eat a banana today. That's your immediate action. Go eat a banana. Definitely listen to me. Definitely, 100%. Go eat 2 bananas today. Do it for the strange second banana. Come on. Come on, it's gonna happen. Valve has to break at some point, right? They keep doing all these things for Team Fortress 2. You know, actually another thought. If you want to apply what I said to video games, when you load into a game or when you're dead in a game, you can evaluate what's happening. But when you're in front of someone and they're shooting you, well, guess what? It's time to turn on that reflex, you know? It's time to know exactly what you're going to do. Immediate action versus the mental battle. Okay? Immediate actions versus the mental battle. My bad. So, anyways, see you all tomorrow. Bye.